Hi Virgo, and welcome to your May 2019 bonus love reading. I'm Jade with Yes Yes Yes. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a super bonus love reading because it's my birthday month and I just want to see what all the energies are that are out there. We're going to use the Romance Angels. We're also going to use the Work Your Light deck, and I'm going to do a majority of it using the Lenormand spread. So let's start off with the Romance Angels and see what energies are coming forward for you, Virgo, in May 2019. Who am I reading for today? How you doing, Virgo? Hope all is going well. Let's see what comes through. Ooh, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Well, we knew this, didn't we, Virgo? Virgo, I always find that you are one of the most attractive signs, not only because of the way that you hold yourself, but also in the mystery that is in the Virgo, right? So it's, you're always trying to get to that place of perfection and righteousness, and you want things to be, fair across the board, but also done well. And so it's that type of integrity that kind of has an underlying energy that is super attractive. Yes, I have dated a Virgo, and I did love my Virgo very much. Okay, so now we're into the Work Your Light. This is like an interesting deck here because it's more of like an ethereal advice. So I like using it on occasion. This is kind of curious. Let's see what's here for Virgo. I know you guys are earth signs. So let's see. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So this could be for the Virgo I was speaking of. We're talking about breaking patterns, breaking contracts. I believe in soul contracts. Like, we have a depth and connection that we form before we incarnate. So this card is talking about how, we might have made a soul contract with someone. This would be karmic partnership, that type of feeling. And it might be time, instead of replaying the same patterning, that it might be time to break that contract, to dismiss, and actually kind of heal it. It doesn't necessarily have to mean like, no, I don't want to go there with you ever again. It just means maybe we have outgrown each other and we don't need to repeat these patterns. Whew, that's coming true for me. I'm feeling it. Okay, so now we're going to use the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, and I'm going to lay the whole deck out and see where the heart card lands, because the heart is telling us about relationship and love, basically, and more specifically. So as I'm doing that, I'll tell you a little bit more. Let me know if any of this is resonating for you in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up button. It helps the channel out so very much, and I really appreciate all of your likes and your shares and your subscribes. It's been so nice hearing all the feedback and the comments, and I love that so much. If you're interested in a personal reading, my website is yesYesYes.life. You can click that link in the box below, or just go straight there and book a reading if you're interested. Okay, so I'm gonna lay these cards out. I'll name them as I do so, but when we get to the point where we don't need any more, I'm gonna stop because there's no reason to keep going. All right, there's the masculine, the stairs, the snake, the tree, the stars, the anchor, the mountain, and the scythe. Sorry, this is such a big reading here. That's why we're not doing it. We're not doing the full reading. The stork, the house, the tower, the rider, the coffin, the child, there's the lady, and the fish. Okay, the clover, the garden, the bear, there's the heart card, the bouquet, and the mice, the moon, and the book. Last line is the letter, the sun, the whip, the dog, the ship, the clouds, and the birds, and the fox. Okay, so here's the heart card. So we're going to keep those right around it. And first, let me just see. The heart card is in the ways or the paths. Okay, so it's in the house of the crossroad. the 22nd house. So we'll talk about that as well, okay? I just have to remember it before I pull all the cards around. So what I did see was that the masculine and feminine, there's some space in between the two, so there's some processing going on between you two. We may not be talking about a relationship that's current, but it seems that the feminine is in the future of the masculine, but that could just mean that, you know, that we're looking at multiple things here. I just am calling out what I saw, not necessarily going into it. So if you are not in relationship currently, this could be the advice of what's coming forward for you, okay? So the first thing is I want to talk about the heart being in the house of the crossroads, in the house of the choices, right? That's where we're at in that 22nd house. It's also a master number. So we're talking about needing to make a decision, and you might need to make a decision quickly, okay? It may be difficult, but indecision is not the place that you want to sit in, okay? So just keep that in mind. It could mean that there's some powerful energy surrounding you, so that could also mean the reason why it's hard for you to make a choice, all right? But remember, I'm just going to bring it back. We're loving yourself first is our overall, okay? And then it's also about unbinding yourself. So if we're talking about a relationship that you've been in or that has been maybe trying to come back around, make sure that it's in alignment with you. So let's talk about this top line. This is going to be your mental line and what's going on. There is some isolation and some transformation that you've been going through, and probably quite quickly, okay? This Tower card it's a card of higher organization, so you could be thinking, and I could see that in a Virgo mind, putting things into their categories in your mind, really trying to process through everything. This Rider card is a card of movement, so you're trying to go through that process. But the other thing about this Tower card is that it is an isolating card, okay? You pull yourself away in order to go through those processes. And then finally we have the Coffin card, which is a card of endings and beginnings, this transformation, okay? So mentally, you have been all kinds of busy, Virgo, processing through, really trying to go through a big change. And I'm feeling like this is a change for yourself. You're processing what's going on around you. And I think that you're really realizing, seeing now that you yourself have to make changes, because it's, you don't want to be crazy and do the same things in the same way, expecting something different. I feel like now you're really taking the reins in your life. Not that you didn't before, but I think that you're very mindful of it right now, because this is all in your head right now. This is all the mental, the intelligence, that's the mental construct is up here, okay? So going through a process and going through some deep transformation for yourself, probably this decision, okay? We'll talk about that decision in a second. Here's your underlying energy. This is your foundation. The Whip, this card is highly sexual, but also can be self-afflicting, okay? So you might have been beating yourself up, okay, about all of this, or about the situation that you found yourself in. So keep that in mind. Don't be too hard on yourself, Virgo. There is the Dog card here. This is the loyalty friendship card. So you might have been beating yourself up about a friendship. Maybe you've been interested in a friend, or your friend has been interested in you. Maybe it's been a friends with benefits kind of situation, and you're feeling like that can't keep going on, whether you want it to become more or less. It kind of depends on where you're coming at it. But highly sexual connection, possibly with a friend, or possibly just that type of a relaxed, social, non-exclusive connection. There's also the Ship here. This is a card of travel, and this could mean that you could literally be connecting to a flight attendant. You could be connecting with a flight attendant. You could be making these connections while traveling. So maybe you have multiple friends with benefits on travel. Anyway, this is the foundation, okay? So you're having this type of lifestyle where there's nothing serious is what I'm seeing. It seems like you're enjoying it. It's highly sexual, but it's also kind of beating you up at the same time. Keep in mind that if this is a friend, the only way to keep loyal friends around is if you treat them well. So as long as this is all in the forefront, everyone knows what's going on, then this friendship may be able to remain. But there is more movement here. You've got 2 movement cards. So there's a decision and a choice to make a change. It seems like you really need to do this, really want to do this, Virgo. And now let's talk about this center line, because this is what your heart is torn between. You're trying to balance this energy of the bear, which is an authority figure, okay? This could also be parental as well as boss. So, or it could be what you put on yourself, because we know, Virgo, you're always trying to live up to that higher standard. So this could be the higher standard that your heart is wanting to live up to. Okay, so your heart has got this tornness between the structure, the control. This is a hard energy here, this bear energy, and enjoyment, which is this bouquet, right? This is community support. This is family support. So I'm feeling like, Virgo, what's going on for you right now is that you have this decision between, and I haven't seen this yet, so it's interesting. You have this decision between perhaps what your family or your community or your friends are wanting you to do, and an issue or a control or even a construct, right? The way in which you thought relationships should be, okay? So, or wanting it to be different than traditional. So there's 2 different things. This is an internal, for you, your mental control and what your community or your family wants of you. That's your heart decision right now, Virgo. So, you're going to have to make this in very soon, is what it's telling me. And what I'm going to advise you to do, because this is your foundation, is that you're beating yourself up in what you're doing right now. Making that change is going to lighten your load, because everything right now is weighing you down heavily. So make that change, make that transformation, which is what the coffin is asking you to do. And this is your brightest card here, this bouquet. If you move towards what your support system is granting to you, I think you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to feel like you have more energy, and you don't have to go it alone, okay? Remember to love yourself first. Now, and again, if this community is not supporting of you loving yourself first, then this trumps all. Loving yourself first, making the best choice for you trumps all. And unbinding yourself, okay? If this is a relationship that needs to change, then it's changing. And you have to do that. You have to release yourself from whatever binds, whatever control issues might be out there. All right, Virgo, and in there, the control issues on the inside, in the mind. That's what I'm seeing for you, Virgo. Let me know how it resonates for you. Hit that like button if you're feeling it. I'll see you guys soon.